love watching movies. On any weekend, you'll find me looking through my catalog, picking out a few, and knocking them out before the weekend is over. One day, I had an idea. I wanted to start cataloging and keeping track of all the movies that I own. So I built a spreadsheet and started entering basic information like release year, duration, genre, stuff like that. You may be asking, did you know that you could have tracked this info easily through something like Letterboxd? Not at the time, no. Are you too stubborn to switch over now because of all the work that you've put in? Yes. I've also been keeping track of info I've found interesting, things like how many times I've watched a single movie, my most watched currently being Redline, hours spent watching movies, or from what year do I own the most amount of movies. Once I started working on this, I wondered if it were possible to create an ultimate ranking of everything that I own. If I did so, I wanted to make sure that every movie had a fair shot, especially since some of these movies I hadn't seen in years. That's when I took on the task to rewatch everything that I own at least once and then rank them. So far, I've got a rough draft of the rankings from what I've already seen so far, based on an average between my personal score and the audience's Rotten Tomatoes score. I wanted to do this average to kind of mix things up a little bit, especially since at this point I've already reviewed over 20 movies at a perfect 10 using just my personal score. I'm honestly very curious to see how I'll handle the final ranking, considering movies are incredibly subjective. With rankings that put Hellboy next to Licorice Pizza or The Wolverine next to Crazy Stupid Love, I'm very interested to see how things will shake out. Now, I'll be the first to say that my movie opinions and tastes are not in any way groundbreaking. I'm mainly making this video because of how lazy I've been. Now that I'm over the hump that is the Marvel movies, I really want to finish this project. And at the time of filming, I have 301 movies and I've seen 180 of them. Now, if I watch about 5 to 6 movies a week, I could actually be done with this by the end of the year. I'm not entirely sure if it's possible, but that is now my goal. At the beginning of this project, I did give myself some rules, the main one being if I own the movie physically or digitally in any capacity, it has to be on the list and I have to watch it. There was a point in my life where any digital code was given to me, I would take and put into my collection, but that's now kind of biting me in the ass. I've already had to go through all of the Paranormal Activity movies, and there's a trilogy that I'm not really excited about. And of course, if I purchase or am given any movies during this project, they have to be added to the list as well. I was given a VHS tape of The Family Man, and I don't have a VHS player, so that's something that I'm gonna have to eventually figure out as well. It's honestly been nice revisiting a lot of the movies that I own. I didn't realize what small portion of my collection I stick to. I have fallen head over heels in love with a live-action Speed Racer because you don't climb into a T-180 because you're a driver. You do it because you're driven. Some other favorites I've enjoyed revisiting include Kung Fu Hustle, the Back to the Future and Matrix trilogies. World War Z is another one I've come to appreciate more, as long as I don't think of it as an adaptation of the book and more so as just a fun zombie movie. If anyone wants to see my current top and bottom 5 in the rough draft, here you go. I don't think anyone's really going to be gunning for me for ranking Ghost Dimension solo, but these are of course just my opinions and subject to change as I watch more. Now, I started this project because I love watching movies, and although a large portion of my collection is digital, I still have a very strong love for physical media. With practically every major entertainment company building their own streaming service, making it hard to find out where to watch a movie online, it's nice to know that with my Blu-rays and DVDs, they're here to stay. They don't get moved around or sometimes are just outright deleted from existence. Now, I'll try and make progress updates, but honestly, with the amount of movies I'll need to be watching per week, I don't know how frequent they're gonna be. Regardless, thanks for watching and wish me luck. I'm gonna go watch the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. I thought I wasn't recording. That scared the shit out of me. Okay.